To be absolutely honest, I do not remember what I did in this game last night. I could never, ever get that one.
That looks good. Very nice. I wonder who painted this. Sarah will like that. I have always liked this one. Beautiful.
That frame never gives me the prompt to put anything in it. Oh well. See what's happening. No one's room is open.
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
You know, I really could do just as well without you loitering back there.
How else am I going to steal your secrets if I can't see what you're up to?
I doubt you'd find anything suitable among my secrets anyway.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can it be? Did you just make a suit joke? All right, let's get started. I'm here if you need me.
So, does someone want to tell me what we're doing here?
We have a plan, Robbie. We just need you to wear something.
Wear what?
We'll get to that. It's a statement piece.
And what kind of statement is that?
Relax, kid. You should be excited.
You're going to summon Johnny Blaze for us.
I'm curious to see if this really works.
I think Robbie will do fine. So let's begin.
How am I supposed to summon Johnny Blaze? I don't summon. Summoning is not my thing.
Everyone knows me as Carol, but would you believe the name was Kar-El? In the Cree language, it means champion. So you could say expectations were high from the very beginning.
Feels like we're at basic training for demon fighting.
Good to see you, Hunter. Tony and Dr. Strange may think they're the epicenter of our operations, but we all know this is where the real magic happens.
Hunter, did you hear this?
I did. I was standing right here.
Be honest with me. Am I really the right person to be summoning Johnny Blaze?
Do not worry about whether or not you can do it, Robbie. Stark and Strange here know what they are doing. Do whatever they tell you, and you should be fine.
Got it. A task so simple, even a dog could do it.
Exactly right.
Here's hoping I can outperform a dog.
Did you have other concerns?
Yeah, but we don't have a week to go over all of them. So let's go. Just tell me what I gotta do.
I didn't mean to call him a dog.
Hunter, hello.
Oh. Guess I'll do the messages now. Hunter, I don't like change, and you have changed the Midnight Suns, but even I can see that it's for the better. Enough of all these people. I could use some peace and quiet. Could you? Of course.
You wanted to speak?
I see you, Hunter. I notice what you've been up to.
And what have I been up to exactly?
Bad things. Very bad things. The worst. You should see the look on your face. I meant that in a good way. You're embracing the darkness more and more every day, owning it, but not letting it own you. And more importantly,
You're proving to be quite a good friend.
Ileana, you just used the F word.
I did. You are my friend, and I am yours. Maybe it is your friendship that has made me more comfortable using the term. I do not keep a lot of them, so don't screw it up by defecting to the light side, okay?
Me? Go to the light side? Never.
For years in this realm, I felt out of place. I was a sorceress who used the darkness within her for the cause of light and life. No one understood me, and most people were terrified. Then I met the Midnight Suns, and they showed me how to make a home in this world. It never felt right for a bad girl like me to fight with the good guys. Until you showed me how.
You have shown me a lot too, Ileana.
Perhaps, but I haven't told you everything. My time growing up in Limbo was difficult. The creature who brought me there, his name is Mephisto.
The Prince of Lies? The Great Corruptor? Master of the Realm of Lost Souls? That Mephisto?
The very same. He sought to blacken my corruption, forced me to hurt, to curse, to kill. I hate what he did, what he made me do. But without it, I am not the person you know, and I would never have met you. Am I a monster for being grateful it happened as it did?
Of course not. A terrible creature inflicted pain on a friend of mine. Worse, he made her think it was her own fault.
It was my fault.
He was always the monster, Ileana. Never you. That is what I see.
I do not agree. But I trust you. I shall consider what you said, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for listening to me, friend.
Hunter, you don't ever need to give me a gift, but I sure do appreciate when you do. I'm feeling it off my game, nothing major, but it would help if I could talk with a friend. You have any time?
I gotta say it. Hanging with you has been a major confidence boost. Well, sort of.
Sort of?
Have you seen the people we've got cruising around this place? Tony's a genius, Strange can do practically anything, Cap is a friggin' icon, Carol can fly the solar system and the fighter jet, and then there's me, with a flaming demon in my head.
A flaming demon in your head is far from mundane.
Yeah, it's cool, but not, top shelf cool. Not like those other guys.
Do not let it rattle you, Robbie. Have faith in yourself.
I don't know. I don't want to mess up and disappoint anyone, or worse, get someone hurt. I made that mistake once before, and I have absolutely zero desire to do it again.
Trust yourself. You have the right skills. And if you need backup, Sparky is always with you. Trust in the demon.
Sparky's great, but I make the judgment calls. And my track record is iffy at best.
We all mature in different ways.
Yeah, I hear you, Hunter. And, I appreciate you seeing the best in me. Even if the best is Sparky.
I think the best of you is yet to be discovered.
to the recent escalation Green Dawn activity. Multiple intercepts indicate rapid escalation of rhetoric calling for mass human sacrifice. How do people go from damn an earthquake to we need to throw a whole town into a crevice? Some people will use any excuse for mayhem. I heard S.H.I.E.L.D. is working with Magma on this one. Hopefully she can help undo the damage. She can, what, undo an earthquake? And hold off a doomsday cult? She is quite formidable. So what about that freaking thing, one of a kind, or just something that we have to deal with now? What freaky things? There are so many. The lady with the big horned hat, the one that came through the rift. The Dread Maidens are never solitary. By summoning one, Banner has gained the attention of all. So they have a name then. That's never good. They sound like a band that I would have loved in the 80s. Is it true you used to ride with the original Ghost Rider? Indeed. Cool. Would you like to hear stories from that ill-repute good old days? Yes, I'm right outside your room, ready when you are. Okay. I think I might have to do a general mission before the main mission. I'm not sure. No? Okay. I think I have to take him along, if I'm correct in that.
Like playing with fire, huh? See you around.
So, you want me to do what? Give Johnny Blaze a call? On my Spirit of Vengeance cell phone?
Yeah, that's the general idea.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was joking.
We are not.
These cuffs of Cyttorak should allow the mirror table to access the innate link between you and your fellow Spirit of Vengeance, on loan from the demon who resides within our forge. I added aloe to avoid any chafing.
Every other attempt we've made has failed.
We need Robbie Reyes today, as well as the Rider, if we are going to find Blaze and the Page.
Fine. So what do I do? Focus on Blaze or something?
Blaze!
Their spirits have connected.
Gee whiz, you think?
You cannot flee destiny. You cannot hide from me.
Or Lilith, it would seem.
We must go now, Hunter. The parchment of power must not be allowed to fall.
I got this. Buzz off, Sparky.
That was awesome. I never thought I'd be hunting Johnny Blaze.
Really? Hunting is all I do.
Another bad boy on a bike, making us chase after him. Of course. Yo, Hunter. Heard you were going on a super important mission.
While you're out there, make sure to get Robbie Blaze's autograph, will you? Maybe that will make him shut up about him.
We're in a race to get Blaze before Hydra does. I just hope you reach him first. They're moving quite fast. We need to get the parchment from him. And don't take no for an answer.
I will handle that part.
Perfect. Perfect. What the hell?
Hail Hydra, losers!
You're all a pack of fools.
Oh man, is he? He's really gonna go for it!
Go for what?
Hold on!
Another meat puppet lady? You want the page so bad, why don't you come get it yourself?
Tempting. Truly. But I've already promised my children the privilege of tearing it from your soul.
What soul?
Hello, Mother.
You could have died on your feet, Johnny. Now look at you. Pathetic. But I'm not letting you go. If Johnny Blaze is meant for something, it will be by my hand.
As long as we keep him from turning over that page to Lilith, you do what you have to do.
Let us finish this. Prepare yourself. All the help I need.
Here you go.
their punishment.
Now that was something.
An eternity of suffering.
That wasn't bad.
Accept your fate.
I'm impressed.
The darkness is welcoming.
Now. They haven't had enough yet.
You will fall.
Pain of your victims.
I knew you were going to do that.
I'm right here.
These servants of Lilith have no souls to be judged. Hell is the only place for them.
Then let us send them home quickly.
Make way for vengeance!
They cannot possibly match your strength. You were too weak for this fight.
This usually works. Ever been punched in the face by a god? Today might be your lucky day.
You have earned this! Your mother abandons you.
Face your end.
They must be getting desperate.
There can be no resistance.
not lost focus yet.
Remember to keep an eye on those altars. The Nest Mother channels Lilith through them.
That won't be enough to save her.
I feel more like myself every day. Serve Lilith would fall.
Here we go.
You will pay the greatest price.
Ready when you are.
They're down, but I don't think you're out of the woods yet.
It's really you! In the flesh, kid. What's left of it?
The page, Blaze. This time I will not be so tolerant.
Hold that thought. Soulless bastards must smell the damn thing on me.
My mother be damned.
Soulless don't give two rats about Lilith. Or even Kassan.
Who do they serve, then?
Good question. But right now, I got a better one. You want this? That what you're all here for? Well, here, have it! Tenebris ignis lux tenebris.
Wait,
in virtue
he's not reading the page.
Yes, he is. Get back! Things are about to get...
Que Sparsa relucant!
Heated.
Yes, they are. Maybe you've still got some fight in you, Johnny. You just need a little encouragement from an old friend.
Goading him into reading from the Darkhold was not what we were hoping for.
Speak for yourself, lady. Vengeance is evil.
Whatever works. Here's one for you.
Whatever gets the job done. None can escape it.
It is nice not being on the receiving end of your wrath.
Ow! Quit it!
Your loyalty to the darkness is clear.
How many times is that?
More souls come for judgment.
The soulless may not be powerful, but they have the numbers to overwhelm you. Don't get cocky.
As if the Lilith were not enough, now we face the servants of another evil.
Makes no difference to me. You'll have to for
Where'd you learn that one?
None will be spared. My strength grows further.
I can only imagine what sins they were guilty of to deserve that.
They finally got me.
Vengeance fears no one.
Their persistence is irritating.
A reputation precedes us. These creatures are barely worth our time.
Then you should have no trouble dispatching them. And quickly.
Feel my call. They do not stand a chance.
The darkness builds within you, Hunter. I suppose it's something.
Walk in the light.
I am empowered. Burn in hellfire.
With those powers, I would have guessed you were aligned with Lilith. This should help.
That did not do me anything.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
It is time.
You may be reaching the end of their onslaught, but don't relax just yet.
I was just starting to enjoy myself. All will be judged.
Well, that's interesting. Let's try this.
Is that the best you've got?
You need this more than I do.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Return to your mother.
I'll give it a whirl.
That'll work.
It looks as if you've weathered the storm. For now.
You survived. Ain't that something? I'll be in touch.
cool.
What? The guy really knows how to make an exit.
Hey, Hunter, when you get a chance, could you meet me at the chapel?
How old is this game? Everybody looks like a block.
Oh, this was a huge hit when I was a kid.
So you mean like last week?
Ha ha. Seriously, playing this game was invaluable training for becoming a real-life hero.
Except there's no Spider-Man in it.
And there's no Wolverine either. This was made when we were both free agents. But don't worry, we'll be video game stars one day.
Captain America can't jump that high in real life.
You okay? Doesn't sound like you're having any fun.
This game is ridiculous. I mean, they don't even have Thor in it.
We were so close to having the Parchment of Power.
I'm so happy Robbie got to work alongside one of his idols.
Sounds like I missed an interesting encounter with Johnny Blaze.
Where did Blaze get that shotgun?
Hunter, Nico's in the chapel. Think she's waiting for you. Don't know why, so don't ask.
It's heartwarming. Or perhaps that's the residual heat from the desert.
In the time of growth, lest she grows too proud, a flash of the blade to rend, to break, to call her blessings down. Excerpt from the transcript of Shield interrogation of detainee 4C174. Everything you have shown me, everything you have told me about Hydra is true, but there is a gulf between your understanding and the reality. Hydra and the cycles of time. You speak of Egypt, China. You know it is an ancient force, yes, but really you have no idea how could you. There was a battle on a boundless cosmic scale, one that raged for nearly eternity, and the one who cast himself into another dimension, this cult, as you called it. It is him acting upon Earth. All these manifestations of Hydra, all these evil over millennia, are merely different peaks of the same mountain range.
Banner thinks he's so clever with this demonic last laugh. This isn't about one-upmanship, Tony. Just let me focus, and I can get Hunter through the barrier. What's the holdup? Besides your incessant grumbling about Banner in my ear, I haven't yet found a way to properly shield the Hunter to pass through the barrier. Yeah, sure. While you're working on your magic fairy dust, I'll figure out how we get the parchment back here. It's too dangerous to be left out there in the wild. It's not fairy dust. That's all wrong for this job. And if this sanctum was still around, that would have been the perfect place to store the parchment. Well, it's gone, and Banner's still out there taunting me. So let's hurry up and get some answers. While you were on your little fetch quest, I made some... Hunter, do you have a spare gamma accelerator? I'm serious. What kind of ancient hero are you if you don't have the latest experimental gamma technology in your back pocket?
Of course, but I put them in my gamma pants. Sorry.
You have gamma pants? Jealous?
Do you not have other things to be focusing on right now?
Well, no, actually. Among other things, I'm trying to figure out how to breach that nasty barrier of go away that Banner managed to throw up around the Hydra lab. Strange swears up and down that he'll be able to pierce the veil. If he can deliver, great. Otherwise, he should get out of the way, you know?
The rivalry between you and Strange is somewhat amusing, but the time for amusements is running out. You need to find a way to work together.
Are you kidding me? I love the Doc. Yeah, he's a little stiff, but we're like brothers. I even let him use my beard trimmers.
You still feel confident in your plan to destroy the parchment with the accelerator?
Well, I've been going over my father's files. He had big plans for this thing. Let's just say I don't think anything would withstand being on the wrong end of it at the wrong time.
You believe your father had ill intent for this device?
He had ill intent for everything. But this, in particular. I think he was trying to find a way to unlock the scientific essence of magic itself. So in a way, it's kind of poetic. I'm going to use Dad's shady tech to stop Banner's shady treachery.
You talk a lot about Banner. I know the pain you feel must run deep, but please, do not forget who the real enemy is here. It is Lilith.
Of course, Lilith. I haven't forgotten, Hunter. Look, I'm not getting anything done. I'll tell you what, let's find this gamma accelerator, bring Banner back from the dark side, stop your mom, and then we can sit down and have a nice chat. I've got this awesome new juicer back at my place. We can do it there.
Juicer?
Oh, you'll love it. It would juice your shoes if you let it. In the meantime, back to work. I have a few theories on who sent those soulless after us and Blaze.
There you are. Nico was looking for you. I think she said she was going to the chapel.
Hunter.
Is the parchment of power really that important? Can we just get the crib notes version?
Trust me, Magic. Tomorrow is gonna be epic.
I just hope Caretaker doesn't stop us.
No one can stop us. I just need to get Hunter on board. Are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna take a seat?
Fine, speak. There you are, Hunter. Nico has something she'd like to discuss with you.
You wanted to see me?
You won't believe this, but we did it.
Did what?
Remember that first account of Lilith corruption I found in the Book of Thoth?
You mean the story of the ancient pharaoh who was struck down with corruption and the traveling light worker who purified him?
That's the one.
Of course I remember.
Well, Magic and I finally transcribed the incantation the Lightworker used. And I'm pretty sure we can use it to finally remove your psycho mom's corruption over Wanda.
I have to say, I am impressed.
You mean that?
Yes, I do.
Thanks, Hunter. That means a lot coming from you. But before you heap on the praise, there's something I should tell you. Full disclosure, the reason the Lightworker died was because he had to take on all that dark energy into his body, and he just couldn't handle it. I tried finding a workaround, but all the texts on chaos magic said the same thing. Corruption can't be destroyed. It has to go somewhere, or to, like, somebody. So whoever removes it from Wanda will also have to absorb it.
I will absorb it.
You will? You're not, like, scared you're gonna, like, fall to her darkness?
I will not lie, I do harbor some fears, but I am her child. I am accustomed to her toxic energy, and the best equipped person here to handle it.
That's why I came to you. I'm just relieved you're on board.
When is this happening?
As soon as we break back into Banner's lab. Oh, and just one more thing, so listen up because it's kinda crucial. I'm gonna need you to memorize the incantation and recite it verbatim when you see Wanda in his lab. It's the only way to subdue her. It goes... Ego sum tenebris et venunt in domum suam iubet dominus. Ego sum tenebris domum domini precepta ior. Think you can remember that, Hunter?
I can handle anything.
I knew I resurrected you for a reason. You need to memorize those lines as if your own life depends on it. Because it just might. Remember to study your lines, Hunter, because you do not want to screw this up. We left scorched earth in our wake. How badass is that?
I remember the first time I worked with the Avengers. Hydra tried to kill us. Black Widow nicknamed me Kid. Thor called me... who? I still don't think he knows who I am. Oh, and we almost died horrible deaths, but we didn't, and we saved the world. It was magical.
Johnny Blaze always shows me a good time.
You really are the best there is at what you do.
I guess I'll say, aw shucks.
Motorcycles, hell rides, legions of Solus? Bummed I missed out.
At least...
I don't think Blaze was supposed to read the Parchment of Evil.
What is it like to have a tan? Does it...
The ley line emerged at an inauspicious time for our endeavors. But today the Parchment of Power remains safe, and that brings me some relief.
Hunter, I've got a theory. Wanna hear it? My theory is that it's underappreciated work to be an awesome badass loner. I mean, did you see what happened when Blaze read the parchment aloud? That was an act of mad genius.
He definitely destroyed a lot of Solus. I can give him that.
Oh my god, really? The man unleashes the apocalypse on the forces of evil, and the most you can give him is an attaboy. Tough crowd.
After all that, we still do not have the parchment. Without it, we cannot destroy it.
Here's the thing. He's got no one to rely on. It's just him out there, facing this stuff all alone. He's not gonna give us something like the parchment easily. I think we all need to cut him some slack.
I am not sure how much I agree with you, but I am willing to give him another chance. In all honesty, we have no other choice.
I mean, maybe if we show him a little respect, he'll show you a little respect.
And if he does not?
You gotta trust me on this. Seeing Blaze in action really solidified some things for me, Hunter.
And what is that?
I still got a long way to go if I ever want to make my mark as a spirit of vengeance.
Then you have work to do.
Yeah, I do. It's just hard to gain that kind of confidence when I'm always left on the sidelines. Anyways, I had to tune up the ride. She really took a beating out in the desert.
Why do people use ketchup as fake blood? Am I the only one who can see the difference?
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
this bowl always here? Well, this looks like it belongs here. Seems my offering was accepted.
Was Agatha shining before? Gotta go back to the library. About that right now. Let's see what Agatha wants.
Is that meant to be an offering bowl on the altar?
Interesting magic, isn't it? Were you able to make it work?
Yes, it responded to my voice.
Excellent, my dear. You always exceed expectations. Try using different combinations of words and offerings. You never know what you might get.
That was it. Okay. Back to my exploring. So it was stone over by Shaw.
Set's challenge will be the hardest. Are you ready?
I am ready. Where Wanda failed, I will succeed.
That's my hunter. Good luck, dear. If you remember from the last trial, I told you that Hippus was consumed by his brother Set, who absorbed his power. It was this betrayal that showed the Elder Gods, including Chthon, the path towards their own corruption.
This shall be of great help. You were too weak for this fight. Leave some for the rest of us. I am impressed.
I don't think we'll be seeing any Serpent Men, but in his heyday, Set created his own personal army, much like Lilith and her children. He seemed to have an unusual fascination with Earth's various reptile species.
Now that was something. mother abandons you. I had hoped for a challenge. Feel my call. They cannot possibly match your strength. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. I am impressed. Hold the line.
If you believe everything an old witch will tell you, when the now corrupt Set descended upon the Earth, he used the prevailing reptiles of the time, dinosaurs, to create his physical form.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall. There is no escape. Return to your mother. You're a friend in need. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend. Let us see if they have an answer for this. Of Lilith. You were unprepared.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for those lumbering beasts, when autumn came to destroy Set, The ensuing battle lasted for thousands of years and drove them to extinction alongside Fauna and Myra.
The untold price of being favored by the Elder Gods.
It is time.
Pathetic. Next time, run while you still can.
Light is on our side.
Welcome assistance.
Now that was something.
I wouldn't go so far as to say Set is pleased, but I'm sure you've piqued his interest.
This looks like it belongs here.
Break the wall, Hunter. I will be right here. After.
We're going to hold off on breaking that wall.
The Father of Serpents is smiling. Set revels in his blessing. Autumn be praised. Nothing can stand in his way.
September 23rd, 1710. I have warmed to the collar that I wear. Sarah and Agatha have taught me how to use it as a channel, a means to harness the wildness of my powers into something controlled, something that I can really put to use. It feels like my lessons have shifted. No more hypotheticals or talking through scenarios, but instead more practical training, sparring even. There's even a brief look of surprise on Sarah's face whenever I best her, and I savor those moments, though they are rare, for now. November 13th, 1694. I could take it no longer, and I fled into the night to confront Shaw. He has been sealed away forever. If there was a man inside of him once, it was no longer. The Darkhold took away any humanity that had remained long ago, and now I have it. I have this cursed scroll. If only I had moved quicker on him, my dear Gregor would still... Perhaps there may be an answer here within this powerful page. Perhaps there may be some good that could come of this power. November 14th, 1694. I fear I will lose this baby. I find myself in this dark chamber beneath ground, unable to fight away the sickness that ravages my body. I thought that I could find hope within the dark hold's magic, but I worry that it's too late. For me, for my child, could there be a future where we see the light again? November 4th, 1694. Without Gregor, I am empty. What is the purpose of fighting against evil when something so simple as sickness can take away my only joy in this world? I worry that I could lose the child that I carry within my womb. So many lives lost in the village, so little hope to be found. Hiram Shah and a select few of his followers appear to be immune, or perhaps he is the one that has released this sentence upon the people of Salem.
Final resting place of Yelena Nikovic. She was accused of sorcery as a child and left to fend for herself. A familiar story.
Set regards no obstacles.
Set is in good humor today.
November 18th, 1694. Something is happening to me. Is this the price that I must pay for what I have done? My mind races, consumed by a spiraling darkness. Even my body appears to be changing right before my eyes, and this dark power seeps out of me, bubbling like oil from the earth. Have I made a mistake? And yet, when the babe's tiny fingers curl around mine, I am reminded I did the right thing. August 18th, 1710. Agatha and Sarah have collared me like a dog, like a beast, this ward around my neck. They say that it's for my own protection. I should believe them. I do, truly, but I cannot help these feelings of betrayal, as if they fear me, like they fear the darkness that is always creeping in the shadows. Perhaps I have some of that darkness within me, and that is what they fear. Perhaps I should fear it, too. What if the darkness that haunts us from afar is also haunting me from within? July 29th, 1692. I am pleased to admit that the coven has been eliminated. deemed guilty by myself and my congregation. We did what was necessary to pave way for a brighter future. Now I must turn my attentions to the woman of that cursed transient abbey. Perhaps there is a chance that I could draw Lilith out and share my truth. If there is any chance that she would listen, I must try.
Set regards no obstacles. Nothing can stand in his way.
November 24th, 1689. For how long has this great stone abbey overlooked my quaint church? I cannot remember its presence, and yet it is here as if it has always stood. Perhaps I have forgotten it. Truly, my mind seems to play tricks on me these days, no doubt a side effect of the great power of Clethon that I have become a conduit for. And yet, these women that have appeared alongside it, newcomers and clearly outsiders of Salem, they will be investigated. Judgment. The souls, lost to Galactus's destruction, reach out for the lingering hope of rebirth, whether on their own world or beyond. This card represents awakening and forgiveness, as well as truthful self-reflection.
He sees our path.
The devil, Damien Hellstrom, is a vision of power as he stands before flames, hungrily grinning at a chest of unknown treasures. This card represents the ego and greed, as well as temptation.
Fascinating.
Black pyramid of arcane stone crafted by the Sisters of the Coven. Skull of Elizabeth Smith. Skull of Martha Richards. Skull of Margaret Adams. Skull of Mae Richards. Skull of Sarah Howell. Skull of Anne Stevens. Bones of the Dead. Skulls belonging to the members of the Salem Covenant.
Chthon's dark influence has tainted this well. The water here should be safe now. The Father of Serpents is smiling.
That's enough exploring for one night. Oh, crap. I'll get it another time. I don't remember where the fourth one is. Oh, yes I do.
grave of Jeremiah Kane, another host of the Spirit of Vengeance. I wonder if he was as conflicted as Robbie is about being a Ghost Rider.
How old is this game? Everybody looks like a block.
Oh, this was a huge hit when I was a kid.
So you mean like last week?
Ha ha. Seriously, playing this game was invaluable training for becoming a real-life hero.
Except there's no Spider-Man in it.
And there's no Wolverine either. This was made when we were both free agents. But don't worry, we'll be video game stars one day.
Captain America can't jump that high in real life.
You okay? Doesn't sound like you're having any fun.
This game is ridiculous. I mean, they don't even have Thor in it.
I am disappointed, child. We must talk. The fool Blaze risks us all with his reckless antics, blindly wielding the parchment of power like a child with their first wooden sword. Who knows what horrors he could have unleashed? We are fortunate he did not destroy us all.
From what I saw, he seemed to know exactly what he was doing.
Or perhaps that wretched parchment simply did not wish to be found by the soulless. And whatever foul master they serve.
Wretched? You would speak ill of your precious Darkhold?
The Darkhold is many things. Precious is not one of them. The book has a will of its own. It enslaves, then destroys any soul foolish enough to try and tame it. No matter how strong they may think they are. Better to help me contain the damage, lest it consume us all.
That damned book already enslaved your soul centuries ago.
I do not hide from the choice I made. And I would gladly do it again 1,000 times over. One day I pray you will understand. The parchment of power will be found. The Darkhold will be made whole. He wills it so. Secret guardians, sorcerers, and tinkerers, your so-called family, will shatter before the coming storm. But you and I will stand tall, precious child. United before the eye of the midnight sun.
I would not count on that, Mother.
Did anyone hit record when Blaze was reading the parchment? It could be useful to have an audio version of the Parchment of Power. So, now that Blaze read the evil page, are we doomed? How long does it take for the apocalypse to set in?
wish my phone could summon fiery partitions. I wonder if there's a spell for that. There are gonna be consequences for Blaze reading from the Parchment of Power. There are always gonna be consequences.
The Parchment of Power's ability to conjure walls of fire is, as Stark would say, a feature, not a bug. Strange also said don't read the Parchment of Power. A lot of times. So many times that I listened.
Did you see that wall of flame? I bet they saw that in space. I wonder if it spelled anything. I didn't understand a word he said when he read those pages. Latin wasn't my best subject. Was it Latin? Didn't Cthon write it at the dawn of time, which, according to my knowledge, seems like it was before Latin was invented? I heard the Darkhold pages were dangerous, but I did not expect gouts of fire belching into the sky. I was thinking more like curses.
Well, if anyone was wondering what happens when the good guys use the evil book, Johnny Blaze has you covered. Grizzly old biker dudes. They just do whatever they want. Oh, might as well have handed the page over to Lilith.
Never seen a book create a wall of hellfire before? Rookie. Johnny read from the big bad book. That's a very Johnny Blaze thing to do. Blaze tempts fate all the time. Guy's got very little respect for things more powerful than himself. That's the kind of crazy you gotta respect, even if you don't approve.
Looking forward to our next mission. I guess Johnny Blaze didn't get the don't read from the evil grimoire memo. In Blaze's defense, Strange does send out a lot of memos.
Johnny Blaze put us all in danger. I don't trust soldiers who are that impulsive.
It was disturbingly reckless of Johnny Blaze to read that page. No single spell in the Darkhold comes without a price. Ah, Hunter. Just who I was hoping to see. I understand you've already been on the hunt with Blade, so you're aware of our unusual visitor on the grounds?
Yes, we encountered something Blade called the Barghest.
His instincts were correct. I believe it is indeed the Barghest, or someone's attempt at creating a facsimile of one.
Is the Abbey in danger?
Not unless we provoke it. However, it seems to harness a dark magic similar to what courses through the barrier. I need you to track this Barghest, capture it, and bring it to me here in the forge. But please, don't kill it. It's my hope that I can find a way to use its magics to break through the barrier to the lab.
Hinging our success on finding and capturing a ghost dog seems risky at best.
I agree, which is why you should seek out Blade and Wolverine. Our three greatest hunters should maximize our chances of success. I believe the portal will soon be at its apex. I'll do my best to keep it stable until you can cross. I'll see you there, Hunter. Track the beast quickly. Time is of the essence. Dark forces from 1,000 worlds just saw the parchment of...
With the right
Now
prep,
more
most
than ever,
battles
we must destroy the Parchment of Power as soon as possible.
are won before they
Wow,
even
Blaze
step
didn't
on the
hesitate to
field.
read. Was that Latin? Mine's rusty.
I intend to keep it
Also,
that
did
way.
Old Skullhead just damn us? All right, let's get started.
Good day, Hunter.
The Parchment of Power is not to be trifled with. Am I the only one who listened to Caretaker and Strange?
The Parchment of Power really put one heck of a Hellfire Works show. I mean, Johnny used the parchment and whooped all kinds of soulless butt. That's a good thing, right?
Hunter, I'd like a word when you have a moment.
The old gods have been waiting for a new champion, and now they finally have one. It may not feel like it, dear, but you've done something extraordinary here. Finishing the trials is no easy task.
I could not have done it without my faithful companion, or my most trusted advisor.
I'm glad you've stayed humble. But now, I think it's time we finally got to the heart of all this. Where Wanda and I failed, you can now tread without fear. The door is waiting for you, Hunter.
Will you be there with me?
Of course, dear. I'll be damned if I'm going to miss the chance to see that thing blown to pieces. It's the closest I'll ever get to revenge.
And once we are on the other side?
Presumably we'll get some answers, but I don't want to make any assumptions at this point. I'll see you at the gate in Lilith's garden when you're ready, Hunter.
Heads up, Hunter.
But he also read from the Darkhold, which is a bad thing. We Ghost Riders tempt fate all the time, though. And we're still kicking. I'm sure it'll work out fine.
Johnny's a damn good Ghost Rider, but he sucks at following simple instructions. Blaze really screwed us over on this one. He sent up a supernatural beacon saying, "We have the Parchment of Power here." No Darkhold page is to be taken lightly, especially not the Parchment of Power.
No point in hiding it, Hunter. I already got a whiff of that demon dog you're after. Blade said it gave you two the slip the other night. I want in on the next run.
Perhaps that is what our hunt is missing. Your positive attitude.
Me? Positive? That's a new one. But I am curious about this mystery dog of yours.
This supernatural to track. It only seems to appear at night. Still, Strange thinks it may be critical to breaking through the barrier.
Blade's no slouch, and I've seen you in action. This thing must be the real deal if it's giving you trouble.
It is a Barghest. It resembles a hound, but it is not. It is a spectral omen of death.
I thought I smelled a weird doggy odor out by your old crypt. I chalked it up to the side effects of your resurrection.
Curious. I have no idea what this creature smells like.
It smelled like hate and death in a freshly opened grave. It could really use a bath.
This beast is vitally important. You say you picked up the scent near Hunter's Folly?
Yeah, that's right. If I went back there, I could probably pick it up. No sweat. So, I'll meet you there?
Did you just invite yourself along?
Bet your ass I did. I'll see you at the Folly tonight. See you at Hunter's Folly.
Stepped in some of Charlie's left-behinds. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Which one would I respond with?
I guess it is a little bit of both.
And you came to see me. I'm listening.
I spoke with Strange. He believes the Barghest is more important than we originally understood. I also talked with Wolverine. I know it was not easy for you to admit that we lost the creature.
I'll get over it once we capture that damn thing.
You will have your chance. The Doctor feels it is imperative that we capture the creature as soon as possible for his research.
When is it ever not imperative with these guys?
Wolverine has agreed to join us. I assume you have no issue there.
The more the merrier. We should start up at Hunter's Folly. That's the last place I saw this thing's tracks.
Wolverine also smelled something in that area.
Then I'll see you tonight at the Folly.
All right, Blade. Don't jerk me around. What do you really know about this demon dog stuck in the woods out there?
Figured you'd pick up the scent sooner or later. But it's not just another shadow hound. There's something off about this thing.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
We tracked it across the grounds. Almost had it too. Until it escaped through a big red portal.
The dog opened a portal?
Someone did, and it wasn't magic. Strange suspects Hydra.
Hydra experimenting on their own recruits is one thing. But animals? That just pisses me off.
I'm with you on that.
Something smells of shadows and mud.
Hunter, good to see you.
Blaze is hot-headed, but he wouldn't act recklessly with the parchment.
If anyone's going to blow up the Abbey, it should be one of us Midnight Suns.
Blaze just plays by his own rules. Yeah, sure, sometimes he's a bit daring and impulsive.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want it to come to that at all. All my stuff that's not in Limbo is here. But it would be cool to see Robbie do donuts on the lawn. Mostly to see the look on Caretaker's face.
Just saying, Abby could use a cat to counter Charlie's big dog energy.
I don't trust the olds when they are heads down like this.
Something was sniffing around the Hell car.
Charlie would not stop barking this morning.
Can't wait to punch your mom, kid. But since I am waiting, I thought I'd check in. I have some things to discuss. We should talk privately.
I just wanted to say I appreciate you leaning on me out there in the field, but I feel you deserve fair warning. Associating with me too much can be hazardous to your health.
Hazardous? What do you mean?
I mean Sabretooth. He's killed everyone I've ever been close to. Girlfriends, co-workers, casual pals. He even killed my mail carrier.
This Sabretooth seems to have an unhealthy obsession with you.
He's obsessed with misery, and inflicting it on me and anyone who comes close to me. Nothing scares me much these days, except getting close to people. Because when I get close to someone, bad things tend to happen to them. So, I guess what I'm saying is, thanks for being a pal. And watch your back.
The Midnight Suns feel like they have a purpose. That's all you, my friend. I found something when I was cleaning my room today. Okay, technically I was reorganizing one mess into another, but that's not important. The thing I found, I want to share it with you. Let me know when you have time.
Oh, I found one of my favorite records and I thought you might like it. Or at least be polite enough to fake it. Anyway, we'll get some more quality one-on-one time. It's a little retro, but so are you. So, what do you think?
Lively. Frustrating. Angry, but liberating. Reminds me of how I feel towards caretakers sometimes. I like it.
Oh, I knew you'd get it. It's grunge. It's what happens when you mix the nonconformity of 80s Seattle and tons of punk and rock influence. You get awesome bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, making something super authentic with this messy, dirty sound. It put Seattle on the music map. I used to listen to it repeatedly during my I can't believe my mom stabbed me phase. As you can tell, she was a great mom. Didn't leave me scarred at all. Ugh, like, why have a kid if you're gonna get rid of them when they interfere with your dark arts and crafts?
Parenthood is not an easy fit. And the darkness, well, it can twist people, make them turn on those they love. It is not so easy to overcome it, even for your own child. I have learned that from my mother.
I think I was there mostly to fit the image. A way to blend in with the white picket fence crowd. They should have just let me in on the joke. It would have been nicer than to think they actually cared.
What is done is done. But I see you are still carrying it with you. Do not be afraid to go wherever you need to in order to find peace.
Roger that, Hunter. Okay, no more of this downer talk. Time to listen and let the sounds of angst carry you away.
I don't want to waste your time, so I'll be direct. I overheard you, Nico, and Magic talking in the chapel last night. I hope you three are not planning another foolish excursion to rescue you-know-who.
Her name is Wanda.
Yes, I know.
You cannot even say her name.
Just level with me. Are they still planning on trying to save her?
I'm hurt she would think I would keep such a thing from you. I cannot imagine how hurtful this has been to Nico and Magic.
I know it seems harsh. They have just done so much behind my back to break my trust.
So have you.
Yes. I suppose distrust breeds distrust. Perhaps it's time for the cycle to end.
You can end it right now by showing them your confidence.
You're right. I need to let go of the past and start being more transparent. So, in the spirit of transparency, is there anything you want to know?
Why did you keep the parchment's location a secret from us?
Are we on that again?
We are.
Remember the wall of fire spectacle Blaze caused?
You mean the wall of fire that engulfed the Soulless?
That was the result of Blaze reading the parchment, which is why I kept it away from this abbey. I care too much about the Sons to expose them to that kind of danger, so I gave it to Blaze. It wasn't to deceive the team. It was to protect them.
I think it might be a good idea to share your motivations with everyone else.
Why is that?
Because they are hurt you left them out of the loop. And perhaps explaining to them that you were acting in their best interest might smooth things over.
I will think about it. Now, is there anything else?
What if we remove the corruption somehow?
What a strange question. You already know the answer to that. It's impossible.
Now that we know where the page is, it will not be long until Lilith finds it.
No doubt.
Have you considered Lilith does not have a choice in the matter?
What do you mean?
She sold her soul to Chthon, right?
For unlimited power, yes.
But does that not mean she is compelled to serve him, even if she does not want to?
What? Are you actually feeling sorry for her? Because she made her choices long ago.
No, I absolutely do not pity her. I was just curious.
Good, because you were scaring me there for a second. It was her decision to sell her soul to an evil elder god. She knew what she was doing.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
We'll talk more later. Oh, Hunter, thanks for your honesty today.
I'm here if you need me.
I've been texting with MJ a lot lately.
So that geezer really read the forbidden piece of paper?
Nice to get some fresh air. Hardly.
I don't know what mission I'm going on next, so I don't really know who to take.
I'm more durable than I look like.
Peace.
more, I think? Yep. Have one more.
Hydra's mystics are trying to open one of those rifts. It probably goes without saying, but we can't have them summoning abominations from the other side.
I've not shaken their confidence.
I haven't seen anything to be concerned about. No one to blame but yourself.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
For a little excitement?
Good effort.
It is too late for you.
Looks like it's up to me.
The Mother protects us.
That's one mystic out. Mystics are digging deeper, reaching for something to call for.
They are still coming for me. They move to the shadows.
Ready when you are. Everything looks good so far. Here comes the heat.
It is almost graceful the way you swing through the air like that.
This might sting a little.
Careful now. Much more of that, and you're at risk of being labeled unfriendly.
We've knocked another mystic out of the ritual. Almost there.
What a waste.
Left me no choice.
Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you think you will fare any better?
Okay, that was awesome. Right, feeling it. Here we go again. Ooh, nice cloaking tech. Coming at you. Oh, this should be good. Here we go. Let's just get this over with.
Regroup at position Tango.
No one gets away.
That should help. You have my thanks.
Pain is only temporary. I will never remove it.
Do not slow me down.
We cannot be turned back.
The light is getting dim. Walk in the light. Welcome assistance. No point in protecting your master now. Tell us what you know, fiend.
Get out of there! They will kneel.
I appreciate your concern. Everything according to plan.
There's no point in resisting now.
Try this on for size.
Now that was something.
We've done it.
You smell it, Hunter? That ain't right. There's something dangerous creeping around out here. Present company excluded.
That is the scent Blade was tracking.
Blade, huh? Yeah, he's got a pretty good nose for this kind of thing. Not as good as mine, though. Feel like snooping around?
Let us get this thing.
Okay, I like that attitude. Grab your dog and follow me. Where'd you get that dog anyway? I know it ain't from the pound. I ain't much of a conversationalist. More of a fighter.
Okay. That conversation didn't know.
We got time.
When I was younger, Lilith would send wave after wave of her children to attack the Abbey's defenses. I trained with Agatha and Caretaker by clearing out whatever monsters were lingering around the perimeter. One day, an entire pack of shadow hounds tried to swarm the gate. They did not have much of a chance against us. And when the smoke cleared, there was Charlie, the lone survivor.
Didn't have the heart to finish the job?
I do not know what it was. Something about the look she gave me. I could not put her down. She was sleeping at the foot of my bed by the next night.
Sounds like you got yourself a friend for life.
The portal stayed open this time.
Yeah, almost feels too easy. Guess we go in and kick its ass.
Mind if I tag along?
How long have you been standing here?
Long enough to watch that thing run right by you.
Well, are you gonna brood in the dark, or come with us?
I can admit it. I'm a little mad that Logan found this thing before I did.
What are we waiting on, kid? Damn thing got away. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Hunter, hold on just a moment.
What is it, Doctor? I doubt that portal is going to stay open forever.
The creature you've been pursuing, I suspect now it may be some kind of Hydra experiment, or worse.
The Barghest? I thought we had all accepted its mythical origins.
I'm skeptical that the beast just jumped from the pages of ancient lore. No, there's something else afoot here.
We had planned on putting it down regardless of where it came from.
Actually, if you could bring it in alive, I think there may be a great deal we could learn from it.
No promises, Doctor. You do remember who my hunting partners are?
Yes, I realize you're all very eager, especially Wolverine, but do your best.
It is just as I suspected. Hydra. I knew they were behind this. The pieces all came together a bit too perfectly.
You're telling me all that mythical creature hype came down to this?
At least now we know for sure. Come get it. Should get the blood pumping. Who's next? It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
We
Leave some for the rest of us.
You've made a mistake.
I think we're gonna get along just fine, Blade.
They're mine. I'll put this to good use. Watch me.
Well, Granny hit harder than that.
We will not be down!
From the rift, her blessing emerges!
I realize, of course, the three of you aren't known for your restraint, but try to bring the creature back in one piece. I still need to study it when
Might not be up to us, Doc.
That thing gets feisty. No promises.
Bad luck for you, bub.
God will heal all!
Let's dance. You attached to that face?
Our pact will not be broken!
You don't want to get up. You're lucky that's as far as I'm taking it.
That's one hell of a move. Lucky shot.
Soon they arrive!
Come get it.
Hydra seems quite intent on protecting the bar guest. I would think that's a good indicator of its potential value to us.
Or maybe Hydra just doesn't like us and the dog is irrelevant.
Did Tony put you up to this, or are you just providing colored commentary out of personal curiosity?
I'm just here to make sure no innocent dogs are harmed by your theories.
I'm looking good for you.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Yeah, the ugly one.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. You were too weak for this fight.
Now it's my turn.
Never seen that before.
I'm impressed.
You're not ready for me, bub.
I don't know what Tony has been telling you. Guest is an omen of death. A demonic entity that has likely taken many innocent lives over the centuries.
You ever hear the saying, there are no bad dogs, just bad owners?
Of all people, I thought you would understand the nature of the beast, Logan.
The light will heal you.
I'll take what I can get.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Whatever gets the job done.
Your mother abandons you. magic may be powerful, Doctor, but I am still impressed you managed to contain the Barghest.
No less impressive than your efforts to capture it, Hunter. I believe in its weakened state, the creature will remain bound here.
And what do you plan on doing with it now?
The first step will be carefully transporting the beast down to the forge. A delicate operation I plan to handle personally. Why don't you come by tomorrow before I begin the actual research? I'll know more then.
Man, you see the teeth on that thing?
Yeah, pretty nasty. Too bad we can't train it.
Give it time. We get desperate enough, I'm sure someone will try it.
So, why are we keeping this thing alive?
The material properties of the animal's skin are amazing.
Sounds like serial killer talk to me.
We need to understand how Hydra was able to create something like this.
You're on your own getting it back to the forge.
I hate to admit it, but I may need Tony's assistance for this.
I ain't much of a conversationalist. More of a fighter.
Can't hurt to warm up on Hydra's flunkies. You've got an endless supply of practice dummies to beat on.
Question for the crowd. Has Johnny Blaze always been like this? A grade A platinum level jerk? The living embodiment of ungracious? Hey, cut him some slack. He's been through a lot. Kid, don't fight a battle that you're going to lose. Blaze has been a jackass as long as I've known him. I thought you were his friend. Of course I am. It's why we get along. I always know where he stands. How about not right now?
Why do people use ketchup as fake blood? Am I the only one who can see the difference?
Hi, Hunter.
Hunter, I found this scroll in the library. It's a spell that claims to grant great power. Do you want to try it? Those old spells are never that simple. We should turn this over to Caretaker.
Thanks, Hunter.
I must admit, I wasn't entirely confident that the bar guest would be taken alive, but if anyone could do it...
And now you will do something terrible to the beast?
Not necessarily. The barrier protecting Dr. Banner's facility functions on a simple premise. Only demons can pass through it, so all we need is a way to disguise the hunter as a demon.
I told you before, I am not turning that dog into a cape.
And I told you it is not a dog. Besides, I don't think a cape will be enough.
You wouldn't dare.
My hope is that we can synthesize a facsimile of the bar guest's skin to fool the barrier without harvesting the creature itself.
This really is a bizarre plan, even for you.
If you want to reach the Gamma Accelerator, this is our best and only hope.
More importantly, Doctor, is reaching Wanda. I don't like it, but if the creature must be sacrificed for her...
Having this much demonic energy concentrated on you, Hunter, is not an insignificant risk. I just hope your collar can withstand...
Let me worry about that, Doctor, after you have proven out your plan.
I saw you petting it this morning.
You are mistaken. I was taking a blood sample.
Oh, does that require feeding it a fistful of treats?
It needs to eat, Tony.
No demons to report here, boss. The caretaker isn't big on the idea of hardwiring this place to an arc reactor. As far as I can tell, power here is distributed mostly via cobwebs and ghost farts anyway.
Have you come to vent about Strange's plan? I did my best not to be rude. To his face, at least.
You do not believe it will work.
No, I don't. But I do know that Wanda is on the other side of that barrier, and the Doctor may be our only hope of reaching her.
He cares about Wanda too. Do not forget that. Stark may be after this Gamma Accelerator, but the Doctor is clearly focused on Wanda.
That's why I did not rip apart his idea from the beginning. I know we both want the same thing.
It could be worse. You could be the one who has to actually wear the dog armor.
True. You are the guinea pig once again. Thank you for the talk, Hunter. I feel slightly better about our chances.
Can we please just get this research going now? Because that thing is looking at me all wrong. I want an alpaca.
Do not let the fabric of the universe be devoured by Cathan due to incomplete research. The creature is restless. The sooner we start our research, the better.
What happens to the creature after you are finished?
That is up to you.
See that you do not hurt it.
I'll do my best.
You get a demon dog, Hunter gets a demon dog, I want an alpaca.
For the last time, Tony, the bar guest is not a pet. It's evil.
They're friendly, have nice fur, and don't glow in the dark. Oh, you are gonna love this.
Wish to train in limbo, fight the unending hordes, be my guest. But it is not the danger. When you fight in limbo, you fight for life.
I have owed. Found another artifact, Hunter? I command thee, open! I look forward to researching this artifact further.
Later.
This should be useful. This will do nicely.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Later.
Heads up, Hunter.
Hunter, hello.
Witches and familiars. To those true students of the mystical fauna, the commonly repeated lore that a familiar is in any way subservient to their witch is as frustrating as it is incorrect. The relationship between a witch and their familiar is more akin to a partnership, and indeed many times the familiar is the more powerful of the two. The most common form that a familiar takes is that of a black house cat, and if a familiar allows itself to be found by anyone other than their witch, that can be a great boon indeed. Remember always to show great respect to the familiar when found. However, their wills are often as capricious as the cat's from when they take their outward appearance. I'm going to save that. And then it's Venom that wants to talk, so I'm not going to talk to him right now. I think we're going to end right here for tonight. And then pick up with a general mission tomorrow to conclude the research. Any chance that there's more than root beer in this place? Want to try my Sparky Spritz? 1 part club soda, 2 parts hot sauce, and a dash of mayo, shaken. I make a mean Limbo-politan. It's limbo rainwater, which is not exactly water as you know it. Tastes like chaos and lime. I'd rather be a Sentinel's loofah than drink either of those monstrosities. My absolute favorite is squeezed Shadow Lamprey juice with a Kraken salt rim. Does it have a kick? It's potentially deadly to anyone who has never been a Sorcerer Supreme. that might hit the spot. I'll take one. One tenebrous sour coming right up. 23 subway lines evacuated due to an unknown threat. National Guard forces are reportedly on site. Hydra, Lilith, could be another rat overpopulation like the shutdown of 2017. Close. It's the other feral creatures. I tapped into the police radio, and yeah, vampires. Thank goodness. Wade? What? We know what to do with vampires, but rats? Have you seen those things carry a slice of pizza? They're one determined rat away from figuring out how to unlock a computer, and then it's game over. And with that, we are going to end tonight. I would like to thank everyone who tuned in to watch. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow night, and I hope you join me. So, see you then.